So let me give you a quick summary of what we've done so far. In this previous few videos, we've seen this here. So what that means is that when you log this, the n, remember the n is able to go down here. So what that means is when given this here, to solve this x here, you log both sides. So that will then so you log this thing, that will then gives you but remember, when we do this, we normally miss out this stage. We normally skip this stage and just jump from here to here. So when you actually do this, log both sides, so the x goes out here, so that's why the x here, and then log 7. You go from here to here straight away. But let me just illustrate a step to you first. So when you are here, you log both sides. So that will mean you log this, and then you log this, and then using this rule here, you're able to move the n out here. What that means when you're here is that here, if you look at this here, this is saying log base a. Now this a here could be anything. Your calculator would default it to a 10, but it could work with log base 5 or 6 or 6, but your calculator is defaulted to work as a 10. So but the point is, it doesn't matter what base you use, it will always work. So if you look at this here, if you log this, so that's us doing this here, then you can actually take the n out here. That's you taking the n out here. So when you come to do this, you're able to take the x out here. Okay, and then you divide both sides by log 7. So when you do this here, start from here and then just jump to this step here. Don't bother about this step here. Okay, so so the x equals this here. Okay, and the other thing that we did was this here. I have to remind you, we've done this several times. So when you look at this here, remember your eyes zoom into the base here. It's say to translate this here. A here, your eyes zoom into the a to the power of what will give us this thing here. Will give us this thing here. So if you, the only thing that you can put in here that makes sense is n. So this is your n here. Okay. So this is just me reminding you this. And the other thing that I need to remind you is this here. So when you come to translate this, your eyes should zoom into this here. A to the power of what will give us 1. Will give us this thing here, 1. Well, the only answer here is 0. So this, so remember this. Okay, and now I'm going to introduce you to two more things. So now when you have log base a to the log base a of one thing multiplying another thing, well, that would be the same as this thing plus this thing here. So let me give you a quick example here. So when you look at this here, it's if you're given what log base 5 of 2 and blah 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 here, the first thing you should do is check that the two bases are the same. This to the base 5 to the base 5. So look, a to the so these two have to be the same, and then you can merge these two together. So basically, when this is the same as this, you can just get this times this. That you see, this here is the same as this plus this. Okay. Okay, and here's another one. Hang on. Here's another one. And when you're given this here, yeah, when you're given this here, you can break this up here. You can break this up as this, take away this thing here. Okay, so this thing here is the same as this, take away this thing here. As an example here, if you're given this here, check that the two bases are the same here, and then you simply get, well, this is your 6 here, and this here, oh sorry, hang on, we've got to look at it from this side here, sorry. So this thing here is this thing here, and then this thing here is this thing here. So so now we can turn these two into this by doing this. Log base 4 So log base 4, and then we can just simply get this divided by this. So so it would be 6 divided by 3. So that would be 6 over 3 here. Okay, that's hang on, that's 2. And then if you really want to know this, you translate it. So your eyes should zoom into the 4 here. 4 to the power of what will give you 2. So it's like square root. So it's half. Okay. Yeah, just realize that it's power of a half will give you 2. Okay. So here's a quick summary of what we've done so far. So this here is quite simple. Quite simple. This one here took us ages to prove this. Several videos here, and now I've introduced you to 2 more. Okay, so when you have one thing multiplying another, it becomes a plus, and if you have one thing divided by another, it becomes a minus. Okay, so so try to remember these. Okay, this one here is very useful here. Okay, remember this one. Okay.